The win is going to be 4 times the size of Las Vegas.
You know, I feel like Dubai is a place that keeps its old traditions intact, but they care about growth a lot.
Bitcoin seems to be becoming broadly accepted as the new digital form of gold.
Bitcoin should be looked at as an investment.
You don't want to wobble. You want to move from confidence to conviction.
Some doctors are not that good as they sound or seem on social media.
There has been some dips in time.
Major dips.
Major dips.
You can compete as a lone wolf, and that doesn't get you very far.
A very smart guy. He said amazing thing, man. All these millennials has ADHD problems.
Yeah.
So crypto full of ADHD people.
Developing a sound system for Andrew Tate's Bugatti.
Have you ever worked on a Bugatti? And my reaction was, no, yours will be my first.
And he was like, okay, I'm gonna make your life hell until you pay me 3 times of what I paid you.
Holding forever might not be correct way of doing things.
One topic that we do discuss is gaming/gambling becoming regulated in the UAE.
Right.
Now, obviously, come 2027, the first land-based casino, the Wynn on Marjan Island, will officially open.
Right.
What's your thoughts on gambling being regulated in the UAE?
I mean, I think it's great. I mean, but I'm coming from a perspective like you from the West, right? But I don't see that, you know, I feel like Dubai is a place that keeps its like old traditions intact, but they care about growth a lot and bringing people here. Like you can see it with, you know, you can go to the bar or the club right now. You can go to the, like when I first got here, if you had a visa, you couldn't buy alcohol.
Yeah.
You
It's all
had to,
changed now.
You had to call the milkman, the Russian guy that would show up to your house. You know what I mean? That's what it was. And now, like, you can go to the store and buy whatever you want.
Yeah.
You know, so I think things are changing here.
Just with passport or Emirates
Just
ID.
passport, you can do anything. You know, anything you want now.
And they're also a lot more common now.
Yeah.
Where you used to have to travel. When I first,
You'd have to go outside of the city.
Yeah. When I first came to Dubai, not living here, I came in 2014. In Ramadan, they used to put blinds on the windows so you couldn't see people eating inside. No one could drink outside. No music. Now in Ramadan, full-on parties.
Yeah.
Everything eaten
Nothing
outside.
stops.
Nothing stops.
Nothing stops. Yeah.
So it just shows you how Dubai has evolved and how, like I say, growth is, etc. But sort of going back to my question, what was your actual thoughts on gambling becoming regulated?
I mean, I think it's good. I think it's all about, you know, appealing to people. I think people, just like blockchain, I think people should, you know, in the U.S., I'm registered libertarian. I feel like the government shouldn't be in my life. Right? Let me make my own decisions. Let me make my own mistakes. I think people...
Probably the reason why you don't live in the US.
yeah, you're right. Yeah. I can go home and I'm happy for a little bit, but then I'm just like, I need to get back to what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And so I feel like gambling is great. I feel like most of it will be tourist, of course, another destination. But I think as that, it's going to be successful for sure.
So we spoke briefly before we started filming. You've been around the crypto space for quite a while. You was there around the ICO market, that sort of 2017 time, same kind of sort of time as myself, to be honest. So we've seen a lot of change, varying from ICOs to NFTs, now to meme coins. Where do you see crypto, and what do you see to sort of the movement of it in the near future?
I think there's different asset classes within. I think about it. I think about it in terms of different asset classes. So I see stable coins, you know, as a digital form of a dollar or a dirham or whatever it might be, but you know, a digital version of a dollar. And I see the efficiency of a stable coin, the ability to do instant transfer. Try and do a transfer of money from your bank somewhere. This is a painful, expensive, horrible, ridiculous process. Yeah. Is there any wonder that stable coins are taking off and you can move it in an instant from one wallet to the next, from one person to the next, basically for free?
Global instant payment transactions. Yeah.
Absolutely. So I think I almost carve out stable coins as their own asset class in that sense, or tokenized deposits. And I think in that sense, we're going to see the development of many, many stable coins, not just... not just the ones that exist today or the ones that'll maybe, the central bank digital currency type things, but I think we're going to see large corporates effectively transitioning things like loyalty systems onto a stable coin, like a wooden dollar, some sort of digital version of their own in-house currency. And it might be pegged to a dollar or a dirham or whatever else, but effectively just to bring efficiency within their own internal organisation and to replace those traditional loyalty systems that we've already seen. In terms of crypto itself, I don't know. I mean, again, I'd probably separate Bitcoin from the rest. Bitcoin seems to be becoming, broadly accepted as the new digital form of gold. So it's a reserve asset. Everyone's, 6 months ago, you weren't really hearing people talk about, well, Bitcoin's at, this level of the value of gold. But now you are. Now people are starting to really talk about, we're still eight times less the market cap of gold, but we're on the way. Yeah. So I do see Bitcoin moving towards being a reserve asset, and with it, we're already seeing less volatility in that asset than perhaps we are with the other altcoins.
So my biggest advice is understanding the difference between investing and trading. Those are two very different things, right? You invest in your home when you buy a home. You invest in people invest in early stage companies. People invest in other real estate for income, rental income. People invest in themselves by learning a new skill.
Correct.
Bitcoin should be looked at as an investment. And investments have a 5+ year horizons. Pretty much all investments should be looked at as 5+ year horizons. Now, people can flip houses. You can, buy a home and then look to sell it the next year. People do that. People can buy land, build a home, contractors, and then they immediately resell it. But they plan to do that. So if you plan to trade Bitcoin, you still have to look at Bitcoin as an investment, and then you could trade a part of that investment. It's no different than a person's trading portfolio. So there are traders that are trading as a profession. But if you are saving money in the stock market for retirement, you shouldn't touch 90% of it, or at least minimum 80%. And then you trade with the other 10 or 20%. Yeah. It's the same thing for Bitcoin. If you're going to be trading Bitcoin, you should still hold on to 80 or 90% of it and only trade with that remainder 10 to 20%. Now, that's Bitcoin. There's also a whole different side of the crypto world. So in my debatable opinion, there is absolutely nothing in the entire crypto ecosystem that is worthy of investment other than Bitcoin.
What advice would you give to especially women within the tech space?
I would say the most important thing that anyone does at all is go through a process to build confidence and then get to the confidence. But the challenge with confidence is you can wobble. Something happens, you're wobbling.
Yeah.
You don't want to wobble. You want to move from confidence to conviction. When you are standing in conviction, that's when you close business. That's when people are inspired around you and they're like, you know what, there's this power around you. Or they tell you things like this because you're in conviction. And it's not this need for anything because you know that you are getting it done. You've got the expertise. Like whatever it takes that you need to analyze to get yourself to conviction, I would spend the 90% of my time on that. And, skill set and whatever you feel is necessary because maybe you're not quite there, build that so that you can get to conviction.
Incredible. Yeah, I agree. So obviously you've done this transition. You came from 20 years of experience in the US now to obviously the UAE. Do you see a difference in business?
Oh yeah, for sure.
In a good way or a bad way?
Not good or bad. Good in both.
Both.
And then I would say more challenging on each side. So one great thing about the Middle East is that people are so warm and friendly. They'll be like, yes, come meet, come join, come be a part. They're not holding their Rolodex or their contact lists, and hiding it. They're very open and warm and inviting to from that perspective.
I agree
so
on that, yeah.
that's fantastic. It's not like that in the US. Even people that are close to you are still doing
Same
that.
as in the UK as well.
Yeah.
Everyone's closed book.
Much more closed book, because it's not, you don't want to do that for whatever reason. It's much more protective. So that's amazing about the Middle East.
Yeah.
The warmth and the open invitation type
Whenever
of
you
experience.
meet someone's always got someone else for you to meet, and it's a chain of stuff.
Totally. Yeah, that's phenomenal. The difference that I say has been an adjustment for me is we move much faster in the US. We met, let's talk business, right?
Yeah.
Here, I'm like, wait, how's your mother, your daughter, your kids, your cousin, your dog?
14 meetings
Right,
later.
wait, are we okay? Can we maybe talk about business now?
Yeah. So I've been following your journey through social media. I can see obviously you're building this brand, and you're currently using your network to obviously create this introduction. It's like an introduction platform in the aesthetics or healthcare.
It is basically, an introduction. It's a setup as well.
Yeah.
Whoever's thinking about opening a clinic, a premium, high-end luxury clinic, that's where that's my team is specializing in. They're setting up your clinic exactly the way you want it. You just don't have to even do anything. You just sit back, tell me your vision, and it's done within a specific amount that's very realistic. That's the thing in Dubai. Some companies, they give you a time frame that is not really accurate, so that gives disappointments. So this is what aesthetic is avoiding. It's being realistic, transparent, and that also builds trust.
So not only are you helping clinics set up, are you offering surgery services as well?
Yes. So what I'm doing is, it's a B2C and a B2B.
Okay.
B2B mainly, because I'm setting up clinics and all that, but B2C, a lot of people in the UAE are confused. Okay, I want to do this specific treatment, but I don't know where to go.
Okay.
There's a million clinic, literally like over 1,000 aesthetic clinics.
Well,
in the
definitely
UAE.
down Jumeirah 1, 2, and 3. I mean, how do you pick?
How do you pick,
pick where to go?
It's hard, it's hard. There's a lot of doctors, and no offense to a lot, but some doctors are not that good as they sound or seem on social media. Some doctors are really big on social media, but when it comes to reality, the results are bad.
Sure.
So how to avoid that? You just come to aesthetic and you just ask them, you know what? I want to do exosomes. I want to do a certain plastic surgery. And my team guides you to the right doctor without, I'm not collaborating. I'm just giving transparent advice due to my experience and my team's experience. They direct you to the right place, and they give you. And honestly, everyone that I have guided, they were very happy. And they come to me and they're very loyal to me and my advice. If they want to do anything, it even became like, if I want to do a hairstyle on New Year's, where do I go? I'm like, okay, I don't do that, but I'll help you.
I like your stats. I like the way that you deliver it. It's great. I mean, I've got some friends that's been in the industry for 15 years in Dubai, and they are obviously massive believers of the market. There has been some dips in time, but that's the same as anything. Major dips. I mean,
it's not a little dip, it's a major dip.
2012 was not great. So
not at all.
Is there chances of that coming back? There's a chance of anything.
It's just like the pandemic, and I've had a bit of paper here. I'd be sitting, or a whiteboard, be sitting squiggling and explaining it all, and you can actually see it on my Instagram half the time now. I'm out there like, But there's a thing now called escrow. Escrow will stop having ever the same dip of 2009, 2012, 2016, blah, blah, blah. It'll never be so far down again. Dubai will never make the same mistake twice. They're always trying to better themselves and make everything more legal. And that's why we now have escrow managers, checks, etc. So people can't just take the money and run. And that was the main cause of the major crashes that we've seen over the years. Is people, firstly, the demographic of Dubai changed. You never really seen families here. It was mainly single men working, had everything paid for. They had no real assets in Dubai. They were sending all their money back home. So whenever there was a crash, they would just leave and go, fuck that, I'm away. See ya, don't want anything to do with it. Whereas now, Dubai has such a calling for safety, for education, for opportunity, that people now have been like, instead of just moving a single parent, they're moving full families. Hence why we've now seen that GEMS school have just had to do 100 billion dirham school, because there isn't enough schools. That's actually one of the first questions I say to my clients when I have a meeting with them. If they're looking to move to Dubai, have you got your children signed into school? And they go, what? And I'm like, have you got them placed into school? The majority of time, they don't.
Yeah.
And right now, we're looking at sometimes, if you're lucky, 6 months, but it can be all the way to 2-year waiting list for your child to get into school. So it's all well and good saying, I'm moving to Dubai, but if there's no schools for your kids to go to Dubai, how are you moving?
Yes.
And that just shows how big the demographic of the people moving, and now people are looking to actually have roots here, spend their money here, and that's where we'll not see a dip. And that's where now we're seeing the crisis within the UK. Think of all the people that were paid in the UK but spent their money in Dubai.
Correct. Yeah. I agree. So I see a lot of your content. You're always out there grinding away, hustling. I love it, right?
It's fab. I feel like I'm on The Apprentice.
So you're always out there, obviously, doing new content and sort of grinding away. It is a saturated market.
Majorly.
Right.
Absolutely majorly. The day they put a fucking exam in for people that have no clue what they're talking about or just bullshit, the better.
How do you separate yourself away from sort of everyone else?
Adding value. A lot of people, going back to studying economics and business and marketing, a lot of people in Dubai have got no education behind them, which is fine. Most people that are super successful don't. But they're sheep in the sense that all they do is they look at the payment plans. And although payment plans are sometimes incredible, the majority of time, if a payment plan's absolutely obscene, like 1% a month or 30/70 or something just like ridiculous, it actually means the price per square foot is probably super, super high for the area. And therefore, all you're buying is a payment plan and you're buying a property that's actually way overpriced.
0x Processing are focused mainly on two things: acceptance rate and security, achieving an unprecedented level by combining proprietary blockchain infrastructure with broad account security measures. 0x Processing, crypto payments for your business. You're collaborating with many other brands. You're bringing in different communities, such as you've got a chess club running, you're working with Sigma on the AIBC.
Thank you very
week.
much, by the way. That's you.
Yeah, and
You made the bridge.
yeah, of course, it was a good week. I think it was the busiest Tech Tuesdays that you had. Running a chess club, which is pretty cool there as well. And you're also working with Luna PR.
Yeah.
What
And Solana soon.
How do you see more brands tapping into Tech Tuesdays to collaborate with?
So this is a instinct I had right from the beginning. Like I said before, we play nicely with others. Okay, why? What's the point? Why not compete? You know, life sometimes you don't want to play nicely with others. It depends who the others are and what you're trying to do. You know, you don't necessarily have two people in first place.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to compete in a certain way. Well, I've always been of the philosophy that you can compete as a lone wolf, and that doesn't get you very far. Because sometimes you need to sleep, sometimes you're wounded, sometimes you need help, all that other stuff.
Correct.
The pack is stronger than the lone wolf. Okay? What is a pack? It's people cooperating in order to compete. Okay, I cooperate in order to compete. I like competing with people. Okay, and so what is a form of competition? It's finding people where we're complementary and putting ourselves together and creating something more than what existed before. So just for example, like Luna PR, we are not a public relations agency. I'm never going to be a public relations agency. Okay, so when they come to us and they bring our clients and we have a Luna PR night, they're getting exposure for their clients. They're reaching our community. They're generating media and all that other stuff. They're winning. Okay, we're winning because we're getting great content, which remember was one of the 3 inputs. Yeah. We're expanding our community because we're piggybacking off their reach.
Correct.
Okay, and we're winning. Okay, we're Bid Angels, Michael Turpin's famous international crypto angels group. We're working with them. It will be our second time on April 29th as a side event for Token 2049. Okay. I'm an angel investor, but I'm not starting an angel investors group. I don't want to. I don't need to. Okay. It's not where I want to spend my time. I want to spend my time with my son.
What would your thoughts be on getting the most out of networking? Not just in Dubai, globally.
You know, crypto is only industry where networking is so powerful, man. Like really, I never seen nothing nowhere and internationally powered. And that's so interesting because, okay, we do Token 2049 in Dubai, right? About 400 side events, people coming here from all around the world. Next spot can be anywhere. Bangkok, Singapore, Hong Kong, people will come again. and they all will start to do this, networking with each other. It's a magical. I never seen that nowhere. No one industry has the same. And very interesting point that I'm still wondered why people trying to create these fireside chats or panel discussions on the side events. It is obvious that people came here for networking. You saw that situation 1,000 times when it was like 3 guys sitting on the chairs, nobody listening them, and it was
of course.
around them. Why? Why are you still doing this? That's crazy.
I think it gives people a little bit of purpose. It gives people a chance to sort of to give their thoughts. But yeah, I agree. People are there to network. They're there to meet. They're there to meet new contacts. So yeah.
One more thing I wanted to add. This is not my opinion. I wanted to say disclaimer about this. But very smart guy. He's a scientist, partly doctor, partly scientist. He said amazing thing, man. You know that all these millennials, like people which are born from 1985 to 1995 in this period, they all has ADHD problem somehow.
Yeah.
So crypto, full of ADHD people, full of them, like almost all these BDs addicted by ADHD because small talks, small connections, Telegram chats, a very low level of engagement anywhere, and they all do networking. They flying around the world. They feeling joy from that. And he just said, "Man, you just need to find the right pillow, like pillows to eat, and you will become recovered."
Now, I know obviously you've been creating a lot of hype by developing a sound system for Andrew Tate's Bugatti.
Yes.
That was quite a special project for you.
It was.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Tell me more.
It still is.
Tell me more.
Is. I mean, I didn't realize working on that car for Andrew would create this hype, I was like, okay, it's like, I mean, I met the guy already a few times before we even started doing something.
Yeah.
And of course, he is famous. 2 years ago, he was not as famous as he is right now. But he's a very nice, respectful guy who was very interested in the technology behind everything and stuff, right? So I met him even before he got delivery of the Bugatti. And then at a certain point, he said, okay, when I get to Bugatti, then we might do something.
And you did his Ferrari Superfast as well, yeah?
Yeah. Among some others.
Okay.
But before he asked me to work on the Bugatti, when I met him the first time, he got delivery of the Bugatti after 3 months from that, approximately. So I saw the picture, so I WhatsApped him. I said, "Hey, bro, nice car, congratulations, blah, blah." And his reaction was, "Have you ever worked on a Bugatti?" And my reaction was, "No, yours will be my first."
Brilliant answer.
And that was the trigger for him. He was like, "Okay, you know what? Go ahead."
Yeah. And this has created a big hype for your company, for your business, right? I mean, Andrew Tate in 2014, he was the most searched name on Google. Andrew Tate was the most...
Yeah, in not 2014. It was 23.
2023, sorry. My mistake, sorry. 2023, 24.
Yeah.
He was the most searched name on Google.
Yeah.
Which is incredible. I mean...
Yeah.
I mean... That's bigger than Michael Jackson, Elvis Presley. I mean, this is serious
bigger than you even.
Even bigger than me. I mean, Rick God's even bigger than Rick God's on Google. I mean, wow.
It's amazing.
I mean, yeah. Maybe you should just put a sound system in my Porsche.
Let's do it.
If only, if only.
I got attacked by some crazy guy in crypto, which is like probably happens to everybody in crypto.
Like a stalker.
Kind of. So basically what happened was we had an investor. Sorry. So we had an investor who commissioned a NFT artist to create some NFTs, and he had basically invested for the artist to spend on marketing and sell some of the NFTs. This was during the NFT hype. And as soon as we kind of started working, like a couple of months went by and the NFT market collapsed. Like the whole FTX thing happened. And this is like the start of the 700-day bear market that came after that. So obviously this guy wasn't able to sell any of his NFTs. And he had a few like hiccups with my team. Like we weren't aligned. We weren't seeing eye to eye on a couple of things. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I'm not saying Luna PR was perfect with how like we executed things with him. But this guy just kind of went ballistic on my team. Wow. Started like swearing, like started like abusing my team, like calling some of the girls like I don't know if I can swear.
Yeah,
like, you bitch, like, you know, things like that over text. And it like really caught my team off guard. He started calling them at like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. at night because he was based out of the US. And my team was like panicking. I had 3 people resign after that because of like how much, I guess, PTSD this guy gave them. Yeah. And there was just nothing I could do because I guess I didn't really see like how intense it was until like a few months went by and like it escalated to me, but the team was trying to manage it internally themselves. So when I came in, I was like, started going through all the messages and I'm like, oh my gosh, like we need to like terminate this right away, like terminate the account. Yeah. When I terminated the account, client was like, I want a refund. And I was like, look, like you paid for our time and our services and we've hit all our deliverables, all our KPIs. Yeah. And in the time frame that we promised you, like everything is done. So there's nothing I can refund you. And also we had some outgoing costs, like to pay like a couple of like business AMAs stuff, and and at that time like there was nothing I could refund him. And he was like, okay, I'm gonna make your life hell until you pay me now 3 times of what I paid you. Wow. So he started extorting me for more money. Oh dear. And he started a website that like wesuck.com and like it was so stupid. And he started basically just kind of attacking me endlessly, like saying that like I'm gonna make your life hell. Wow. I started getting like anonymous messages on Telegram, hacked into my email, found my parents' home address, found my like uncle's and auntie's address in the US, threatened to kill, told them that he like, you don't want to see what can happen, just Google me.
Where do you see the price of BTC in the next 5 years?
I'm not giving financial advice, of course. And my hope is very different from my thinking. So I believe that this industry works in cycles. It's like the stock market. We know that there will be times when it will go up, times when it will go down. I believe that we are still waiting for the real bull market, but not of Bitcoin, of the alts. At least we hope that there will be an alt market, what we call an alt market. So if that happens, I believe that Bitcoin will touch at least 150K, at least. I'm being conservative. And the altcoins hopefully will do even better. Yeah. Because we didn't have an altcoin market yet, a bull market. Then it will crash again as usual, as it has always happened, and we will see Bitcoin going down to 80, 60, 40, whatever. I don't know, because as I said, I am not qualified to give this advice or give my views. But then another cycle will come and maybe Bitcoin will reach 500,000. So it's a cycle. But the important thing is that if you're trading, you have to be focused. Yeah. If you're holding, you just have to hold. And wait until you are at a comfortable price and say, look, okay, this is the time to sell. I'm happy with what I made and I'm selling. Should I ever sell? I don't know what to tell you, to be honest. While I believe that crypto is very innovative and very good for society, I would say. I think it put a lot of pressure also on governments because they realize they finally have competition, which is very important. Competition is very healthy. But I also believe that in a few years' time, there might be something new that will be even more interesting than crypto. And at the end of the day, holding forever might not be also the correct way of doing things.
Sure.
So, again, do your own research.